Hello and welcome to the Yellow Shirt Podcast. I am your host, TXM Tom Spoors. If you don't know who I am a variety YouTuber and actor. And today I am here with a really special guest who I'm really excited for. And that is the one and only Breeton Boi. How you doing, mate?
Yo, what's up? I'm good. I'm good. Today's a good day, man.
Hey yo. And so Breeton, do you just want to quickly introduce yourself for everyone listening? Just who you are and what you do?
Yeah. Okay, so if you don't know me, my name is Breeton Boi. I'm a rapper. I mainly do like nerdcore music, so stuff about anime, video games, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's basically me. I'm a fan of like uh I don't know, My Hero, Jujutsu Kaisen, Inazuma 11. That's my favorite anime.
Right.
Sometimes I stream on Twitch, do a bunch of stuff. So yeah, that's basically
Awesome.
me.
Awesome. We'll get into all of that kind of stuff as we go on. But I guess the first question is just how did you get into doing the nerdcore music on YouTube?
So I was like always kind of doing some music. Like I played some random instruments,
Yeah.
like the clarinet and stuff, when I was like in primary school. Uh, and just like eventually, like I don't know, I just got into rap and I started making rap, and I was getting into anime around the same time. So doing that and also listening to people like XXX Tentacion and Ski Mask,
Hmm.
who like have a lot of like anime and cartoon references in their music.
Yeah.
I kind of did a similar thing in mine. Uh, so that's kind of what I was doing until I got found by people like in the current nerdcore community,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Hey, you should have a go at trying to do what we're doing. Like we rap about anime characters and stuff. You should join us." So I was like, "Okay," and I started doing that, and that kind of just snowballed, and it's been doing pretty well so far.
Yeah, for sure. So what was that initial discovery like? Who were the people who found you and how'd that go about?
Uh, so there was this rapper called Twisted Savvy,
Yeah.
and she commented on like a song that I did, like kind of related to Deku, and she was like, "Oh, this is good," and I was like, "Damn!" And they had a decent amount of subscribers, so I went to check out their Discord and see what was up, and that's why I saw like a bunch of other different like people that were also trying to make the same kind of music.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, this is a cool community." And then there was this other guy called Schwabedy who had a like even bigger channel, and he would do this thing on Twitch where he would like get people to send music to him like by email, and then he would review it on stream.
Yeah.
So I sent one of mine in, and he really liked that one. And then eventually we started working together. We became friends. That's how I kind of met like more and more people.
I like it. So I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people get the impression, or at least I have gotten the impression from stuff like Cyphers and all of these big collab songs that the nerdcore community is in a really tight one where it seems like all of
Yeah.
you are constantly working together. Is that the right? I've got the right impression?
Yeah. It's pretty much like that. It's really helpful because the good thing about it is a lot of like the bigger creators in the Nerdcore community, they're not afraid to like reach out to people with like lower subscriber counts
Yeah.
and like work with them. They try and mainly focus on people's talent rather than like how many subs they have now. And that's a really good because it's brought like through a lot of talent that people probably wouldn't have seen. And by
Yeah.
putting them on these ciphers and on these big collabs next to other big creators, then the audience get to like be introduced to new people and be like, "Oh, I've not heard that person before. Let me check out their music and stuff like that."
Yeah, for sure. So just asking about ciphers, how exactly does a cipher go about happening?
So basically one person will like come up with the idea usually, and
Hmm.
they'll be like, "Oh, let's say I want to do a cipher based on this group from anime."
Yeah.
So they'll find the beat, and then they'll reach out to people that they want to do like to represent a certain character or whatever, and be like, "Okay, I want you to like rap this amount of bars on this, and you do this character," and then they can either like reach out to each person individually or just like make a server for it to keep it all organized in one place,
Yeah.
and then everyone kind of puts in their verses, they put it all together, and then there you go. There's a cipher.
That feels like now you should be a part of so many Discord servers because of that.
Yeah, I am in a lot of Discord servers. I'm always in like max capacity. I have to keep leaving.
Wait, I didn't realize there was a max capacity on Discord server.
there's, a, there's a max 100 servers.
And they just keep filling up because of these projects and ciphers.
Yeah.
That is crazy. So I guess that raises the question of, do you think that ciphers are getting to a point now? Because I feel like because I feel like ciphers are like the big events. Like when when a cipher releases, it's like a drop what you do and listen to this. It's getting all these people together. Do you think there's a risk of them becoming too overdone, and like too many ciphers happening from like too frequent of a rate? They'll kind of lose their big like ground shaking impact.
I think they do a bit. I think they kind of do start to lose that.
Yeah.
Because like it gets to a point where like there's other people that are like, oh, these guys are doing a cipher, that's cool, I also want to do a cipher. And then everyone starts doing a cipher.
Yeah.
And then it becomes so frequent, it's like, well, a cipher is just a regular thing now, which I think is why a lot of like the bigger creators have like started to do less and less ciphers, so that when they eventually do one, it feels more special, because now it's like, hey, this guy is making a cipher, he hasn't made one in ages.
Yeah,
this is gonna be crazy.
So you've made so I know one cipher you've made, which was the Jujutsu Kaisen one.
Yeah,
which was fantastic, by the way. That was really good. And how was the process for that? Like, where'd you get that idea from to do that cipher? And like, what made you go like, now is time to unleash the cipher on the people?
I think it was mainly because I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen in my server, like as it was coming out every week, and we were all like super hype about the series, and it was getting like towards the latter half, and we were kind of like, well, I was like discussing with my friends, and I was like, what if I made like a cipher about this?
Yeah.
About like the Tokyo students, that could be pretty cool. And then people were like, yeah, you should probably do that. And then so I figured like I got all the people that I thought would probably fit the roles and do like a great verse. And I had like a temporary beat that I sent them. And then this producer friend that I made called White, he comes along and he's like, I can like reproduce the cipher if you want, and like make it more like interesting and change the parts. So I was like, okay. And then he's basically the one that like did all the like instrumentation and stuff and put on all the transitions, and all of that. And he basically suited it to like towards everyone's vocals, which like took it up like a bunch of levels.
I love that. That's the other thing. Is it was really good, and I think the thing that made it so interesting for me was like the big. I'm so sorry in advance. I know nothing about music.
It's all right.
I'm gonna say like some absolutely terrible things here, but like the when on Panda's verse Schwabadi, I think that's how you pronounce it. His like where it like the beat drops, I want to say, or like where it's like the big like you know what I'm talking about, like that kind of stuff and stuff like that. I think made it a lot more interesting and like exciting to listen to in comparison to other ciphers. Not to like insult people's ciphers, but where it's a bit more tamer throughout, if you get what I mean.
Because he did a lot of work to make sure like everyone's verse had like something unique and different. And like that bit was crazy because when on the beat that Schwabadi sent me the verse on, it was kind of weird to hear him like build up the energy and then just go. So White was like, I can like go like full kind of like rock here and just like do all this build up and then just have it absolutely like hammer down on the drop.
I love that.
He definitely went crazy on that. So all the credit for that has to go to him.
And something else about these like all the I guess the songs and the ciphers, both, but like the music videos for them, like the videos for them, where like I feel like those have increased in quality so much. Like even if you just like look back at like some videos on your channel before, like some of your older songs, where it's like quite simple. You got the anime playing, and you've got the lyrics down at the bottom. To now what it's like. I mean, the example that comes to my head because it's the one I've listened to tons is Halos. Your Panty and Stockings song, which I adore, by the way. I used that. I don't think you wouldn't have seen it yet, but I used it in my Nelly cosplay video, which came out the day we're recording this.
Oh snap!
I used that song. It's a great song, but like the music video for that, it's so different and so cool. So like, what's the transition been like going from, I guess, the more regular looking music videos to more like exciting, over the top AMVs?
Yeah, I think it's because there was this rapper that came through recently. He was like already big in his own right, but he kind of came into our scene called Contrast,
Okay.
and his videos have a lot of like heavily edited like anime stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the standard for the scene for a long time was those kinds of videos where it's just the anime and then like the text at the bottom. But it's kind of like we're always trying to evolve in the scene and always trying to take things to the next level. And like the bigger creators, they've been able to like reach out and like see like there's potential to like kind of use these editors like for what we're doing, because it kind of like links in between, because usually they do like anime edits for like probably like their favorite songs or whatever. So it's kind of like, hey, if I commission you to make, because you like anime and you like editing anime, if you could edit it for my song about anime, that would be like crazy, and it makes it more of an experience rather than it makes it more like it makes more of an experience than just having the anime and the text.
I get you. So how much does that cost, out of curiosity?
It definitely depends like who you reach out to, but like it could be anywhere from like just in dollars, like probably like $50 to like 300
Per video?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Some of them they go absolutely crazy.
That's insane.
So yeah.
I can't even my brain can't even process that.
Yeah.
But so what's your favorite song you've done?
I get asked that question a lot. Probably I'm back currently.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why that one?
Just because I feel like that song is like my ideal type of song, and I feel like it has probably the widest, most like appeal and accessibility of all my songs.
Yeah.
Because it's also like not directly based on the anime. It's kind of just a song that I threw in there.
Yeah.
That is kind of made. So I feel like if someone was to be like, hey, what kind of music do you make? Can you like send me a song? That would probably be the one that I send to them to kind of give them a whole view of like what I do, basically.
That makes sense. And so because of like that has a very general appeal, that song is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So do you ever like wonder whether or not the more like specific anime songs, whether or not they can get too specific and niche? Like, is there certain anime that you wouldn't make a song about because it would be too niche?
It's both the yes and no. Cause like I feel like they can be pretty niche at times, especially like the less popular ones. If you try to make a song about them, obviously only the fans of that show are gonna like properly understand everything.
Yeah.
But I do feel like there are ways to kind of like still make it appeal wider, like still make it a good song in general. So even if people might not necessarily know all the references in the anime and stuff, they can still like get the vibe of the song and still enjoy the song for what it is.
Yeah.
I feel like because there's a lot of people that will specifically like just do like they'll make it about the anime and just only do references to anime and stuff like that. And there's people that go for more like of an inspired by route. So it kind of has the feel and the vibe of what you'd expect, but it's not necessarily all about the anime. Like there's references to other things as well.
Yeah. What would you say your songs are? Would you say they're more inspired or like more direct?
It tends to range, but I kind of say they're somewhere around the middle, probably more towards probably less from the inspired, because I do like to make a lot of like direct references and bars like about the anime. But I do try to leave some room so that even people who don't get them, they still have something that they can enjoy from those songs.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So you made an album, right? Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
What was the process for that like?
That one was kind of just like I was like making the songs weekly and stuff. I had some other songs in the back that I hadn't released, and I was just working on like a bunch of different like general anime inspired songs, and I was like, well, let me try and put together some kind of like project, kind of like album bit, because I always like to do that. I've been doing that for like the last couple of years. It's like every year I like to like just make a bunch of songs and just like put it as an album
Mm.
and be like, hey, this, as opposed to like dropping every week, this is more of like a full experience.
Yeah.
Just a collection of like dope songs that you might enjoy.
So was Spoiler Alert then? Was that your like first proper album, or was it like? Is that like what? Has there been a lot more before that?
There's been like a few lesser ones before, but I'll count that as like my first like proper album.
Yeah.
On all platforms, everything.
Go stream
Full
it.
rollout. Yeah.
Link in description.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I guess going back to the kind of nerdcore community type stuff, is something you do, like, do you put active effort into networking when it comes to finding new artists to collaborate with?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do a lot. I try to make sure I have a promotion chat like in my server, and I try to like check out as much as I can of that, of different artists trying to promote their stuff.
Yeah.
And also not even just like rappers, also like people who do like digital art, people do like just anything creative, to be honest. I try to reach out to them, check out what they're doing, sometimes show support if I enjoy it, and just
Yeah. Okay.
do that thing.
And like, what about, so do people often come and approach you to do stuff? Like, do you find, like, because one cipher that I associate you with a lot is Calm Steady's Pokemon Champions one. You were Professor Kukui.
Yeah.
That was a really good verse, by the way. That was a really, really good verse.
Thank you.
So I guess using that as an example, what was the process like for that?
So that one, yeah, Cam did message me. He reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, I'm doing a Pokemon Champions Cypher. Wait, not Champions. Professor. Oh, I forgot what it's actually called. But yeah, he's like, I'm. It slipped my mind. But I was like, yeah, I'm doing this cipher. Would you like to like represent this character?"
Yeah.
And he showed me the beat and everything, and I was like, yeah, I'm down. I'll do it. And I basically just worked to put a verse together, you know, put in some references that people, if they played those games, they'll enjoy.
Yeah.
And like just kind of make it sound dope overall.
I love that. And you saying you're doing Twitch streaming now. So what's
that
like? Yeah. What kind of stuff are you streaming?
I mainly just do like just chatting and talk to my audience, and then do some like reactions to new Nerdcore songs that have come out.
Yeah.
I do want to do like more gaming stuff. Like sometimes I try like random things. Like I think I played a bit of Inazuma 11 on one of my streams.
Hey yo.
Yeah. What else? There's another few games that I've played as well.
Yeah.
Just some like online games, some Among Us, some like different stuff like that. So I try and mix it up every now and then. But it's mainly just talking to my audience and checking out new songs and just being in my voice chat and just talking with all my friends and just being goofy, basically.
I love that. How often do you stream?
I don't really like have a schedule. It's kind of just whenever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it more regularly, but since I'm like at home now and not at like my uni dorm, it's a lot harder to get free time and not be like disturbed midstream.
I get you.
So yeah.
And when it comes to like, because I feel like a lot of rappers, from what I can see, like a lot of nerdcore artists have a second channel that they use for reactions.
Yeah.
You have one. It's Breeton with the like
with
SpongeBob text. Is that the right name for it? Yeah. So like, why did you make that channel?
I made it so like just to do like other things that are not nerdcore music, because I feel like it's better to have a separate second channel for like your other content and not put it all on the main if it's like music.
Yeah.
Because it can kind of like interrupt, and some people might like tune out because of like the other stuff they're not as interested in. And it's just also for organization's sake as well. So I made it not just for like, I do a bunch of reactions on there, but I do eventually want to do other like content on there, like tier lists and like discussion videos. And just whenever I'm inspired to make like a certain type of content that's not music, I want to put it on that channel and give it like a chance to like be seen by people that might want to see that.
I get you. So like for instance, when you say tier list, like what kind of tier lists?
Like probably like my favorite anime tier lists, probably a bunch of like character tier list, video game tier list,
Yeah.
just a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Well, going on a bit of a tangent then. What animes are you watching right now? And like, what are your favorite? Like, because you mentioned some of your favorite animes earlier, like My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen
Yeah.
and Inazuma. But like, what kind of animes are you like checking out now? What you liking?
Right now, with my like friends in Discord, I'm watching Mob Psycho season 2.
Okay.
I watched season 1, but we never like finished season 2, so we're doing that now.
Yeah.
That one is super dope so far.
It's really good. I'll give you that.
Yeah. There's one called Jahi-sama, which is like airing now.
Okay.
Which I'm watching as it comes out. It's kind of based on like this demon girl who like she comes to Earth and she has to find a way back, and she has to like find these crystals. But it's basically just like a goofy show.
Yeah.
Like one of them funny slice of life ones.
Okay. Okay.
Which I do enjoy. What else am I watching? I'm not technically watching it, but I'm reading the manga for One Piece at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get super caught up because like a lot of people have been like recommending One Piece to me, and they're like, "Yo, One Piece is like the greatest thing." So I finally decided, "Yo, I'm gonna check it out." And they were like, "Don't watch the anime because like it's super slow and has all these issues, but do read the manga." And I've enjoyed reading it. I'm almost caught up.
How far through are you?
I'm like at chapter 970 something.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I've been speed reading a lot. It takes up a lot of my day, but I'm almost caught up, so we should.
Oh my god, that's the thing with One Piece is like I've tried so many times to get into One Piece. Every time I read it, I'm like, I really, really like this, but like it just gets to a point where it's like eventually, oh, I've got to do something else in my day, and I just kind of forget it exists. And then by the time I kind of get back to it, it's like I've now got to read it from the beginning again to like make sure I like remember everything. So I think I most recently got up to the bit with like where Ace is introduced.
Oh yeah. That's about where is that? That's like
I think it's during the bar. Well, how do you pronounce that? Baraku works.
Baroque works.
Yes,
works?
that one.
Oh yeah.
I think it's during that. So it's like because like Sir Crocodile and all that. What's Sir?
Oh yeah.
I think it. So would you recommend One Piece? Would you recommend One Piece?
I would recommend One Piece if you're willing to like go through the struggle. Like if you can like dedicate some time to like going through it, I definitely recommend it because it is super dope. There's a lot of content for you to enjoy. There are some parts where it gets a bit like but like you push through those and there's some like super amazing like storytelling. There's a lot of setup that he does early on which comes into play later on, which is really cool. And there's definitely a lot to enjoy for One Piece. It's the getting into it part which is the tough part.
In fairness, I think if you were to write like I think it's 1,021 chapters, you would eventually have like a few duds in there.
Yeah,
like, you can't write that much good stuff. So like you saying your all-time favorite animes like My Hero, Jujutsu, like what stands out about those in particular?
If I think about my actual all-time favorites, those are just like some really good ones. But probably my all-time favorites are like Inazuma 11, Kill la Kill.
Okay.
And it's a bit early for me to put Jujutsu Kaisen up there, but
yeah,
I would probably put that up there as well.
I get you.
I think I like the reason Inazuma 11 is a weird one because like I know from an objective standpoint, Inazuma 11 is not that great, but I love football like as a sport, and I love the characters. I think it has a lot of nostalgia too because I got into it when I was a bit younger.
Yeah.
I do love the games as well though. I will say I think the games are pretty good. At least the gameplay and the whole scouting and everything. That's something I've always loved. The story is a little bit here and there on some of them, but like I still love it. I'm a big fan, so it will always be my number one.
What's your favorite season of Inazuma?
Chrono Stone.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's between that and like the third season of the original,
Yeah.
the FFI. But like, I don't know, Chrono Stone. I like the whole like traveling to different time periods and
That's
like,
fair.
well, they have to like figure out like how to get the person to like them, and then like they use the power. And I just think the whole things they had, like all the power systems and stuff they had in that season was really cool.
I can get
And like
that.
some of the twists as well.
I can get that.
which
I,
was
I,
cool,
just, so I
yeah.
found out the other day on Twitter that bloody in the third season of the FFI season, apparently that's
Yeah.
disliked by a lot of the community.
Is this light?
Like I found out, like I thought it was like I thought everyone was like, you know, like swinging their dicks about it, and I didn't
Yeah, that's
realize
what
that
I
it was
figured.
like, and apparently people dislike it.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was really cool because like having the World Cup in Zoom 11, it just makes sense. It's like it's about football. Eventually, like you gotta have a World Cup. And I think they
Yeah.
introduced so many cool characters. Like I'm gonna be like mixing between dub names and sub names.
That's fair.
Like Bianchi.
Yeah.
Freaking the England guy was cool.
Probably patriotic.
Rococo was really dope. And just the whole thing going on with that team and
Yeah.
Mark's grandfather. I thought there was a lot of cool stuff in there.
Exactly. I was losing my mind about that. Like apparently, so that community is like they say the 3 is not as good, but Galaxy is better. And like
I don't know.
Galaxy's my favorite season, but I also wouldn't not say like by any means it's like the best season.
Yeah, I don't know. Because if I had to rank them all,
Okay.
I'll probably say so Chrono Stones is my favorite.
Yeah.
Then 3.
Okay.
Then probably 2.
That's fair.
Season 2. Then man. This is where it gets a bit like interchangeable.
Yeah, sure.
But probably the first season of Go,
Okay.
then the original,
Whoa.
then Galaxy.
So Galaxy at the bottom.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's on the lower end. And then Orion, and then Aries.
Oh my god, I forgot those existed.
Yeah, I did for a second as well. I don't know. There was so much potential for Aries and Orion to be so good, but
No,
they kind of
yeah.
lost me a bit.
Yeah, I completely agree. I haven't even seen all of Orion, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, neither have I.
like I think I saw you see Last Resort. You're like, that's really cool, and
Yeah.
you just kind of tune out once like everything else starts happening.
Yeah, because like I don't know. I just felt like they were doing the same story beats they've been doing like forever.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's always got to be a secret organization.
Mm.
There's always got to be. I don't know. It's just the same a lot of the time. I'm just like, you could switch it up. You could just, cause like I don't know. I wanted one of these like I wanted the FFI that didn't have a secret organization, and
Yeah.
I thought maybe third time, okay, you did it in 3, you did it in Galaxy. Maybe not this time. Maybe it's just gonna be no. There's another one.
Like it'd be like just a regular World Cup. You think they would eventually just do a regular World Cup instead of being like this time the kids have knives
in the shoes. I'm like, what? And then like the mirrors and stuff. I'm like, this is not necessary?
Have you been reading Blue Lock?
I read Blue Lock a while ago, and I think I got up to like chapter 90.
Okay.
Then I stopped. I need to get back into it.
Bro, you do.
But
you do.
I'm definitely a big fan of it.
For those who don't know, Blue Lock is a football manga that's been coming out. It's really good. I'd recommend it. And it's getting an anime soon.
Yes.
Will we get a Blue Lock rap?
I'll have to do one.
You have to.
I have to. Because I feel like if they do it right, I feel like Blue Lock can be like just as good and as hyped as like Haikyuu.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, because pretty much Haikyuu right now is pretty much like the undisputed like best sports anime.
Yeah.
That's the one everyone always talks about. But I feel like Blue Lock just has there's so many good moments in Blue Lock, and
Yeah.
just like so many twists, and just also the art style is pretty crazy. I love the art.
The art is so good. I feel like I agree with you that I think Blue Lock has like potential for people to like go mad over it. I just the thing is I feel like I really hope it's not going to be a situation where like people say it's too edgy, because it is. It's very like angsty.
Yeah, it is a bit.
And like I hope it's not going to be a situation where like they lean too much into that. Because I can imagine it occasionally being maybe a bit silly with like how over the top it can be. But I mean, fingers crossed. Do you have a favorite Blue Lock character?
I can't exactly remember names, but
That's fair.
I think his name was Nagi.
Yes.
Like the whitehead one.
Yes, that's my favorite too. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, he's dope.
He's so cool. So, what are some raps that you really, really want to do? Like, what are some like franchises, animes that like you really want to do raps about?
Well, I definitely want to make a Mob Psycho track.
Yeah.
That's definitely gonna happen. I want to make one about reincarnated as a slime.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I made a bunch of like Konosuba ones, and I've thought, what if I just become the guy that makes a rap about like all isekai?
Yeah.
So I'm getting into a lot of isekai, and I'm trying to like rap about them. So slime is next on my list.
What's like the definition of an isekai?
It's basically an anime where the main character gets like transported to another world.
Okay.
So you got like Konosuba, you got Kazuma transported to another world. You got like Cautious Hero, Shield Hero, and like SAO and stuff like that, basically.
Okay. But so if you want to keep going with the raps, you sorry about interrupting you.
Oh no, sorry. Inazuma 11 definitely. I do need to get on that. But yeah, I definitely want to make a track about it. I just have to make sure it's like high level, because I want it to be like one of my best.
I get that.
So people are forced to listen to it and get into Inazuma 11.
Yeah.
What else? Definitely more Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
That's gonna be coming. I'm trying to think what I haven't made songs about, because I made songs about a lot. I try to cover a lot of series.
Yeah.
One Piece.
Oh, yeah.
One Piece will definitely get some. Yeah.
Are there any like specific characters from these like franchises, or is it just gonna be like general songs about that anime?
I think Inazuma 11 and Slime will be like general ones.
Yeah.
And One Piece, I'll do like a bunch of characters from One Piece. It's just because there's so many with potential to make like good songs about, like obviously Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and then like some of the warlords, there's a lot of content in One Piece, so
absolutely
that would be pretty much endless.
Yeah, that'll just keep you going for literal years, trying to cover every One Piece character.
I don't think I'm gonna be that dedicated, but I definitely cover a lot of them.
That's fair. What are you working on like right now?
Right now I have like a few I'm kind of working on.
Okay.
It just depends, whichever one gets finished first will probably be the one that comes out.
Yeah.
But I've got something Black Clover that I've been working on. I've got something Noragami I've been working on.
Yo.
Then I have some other My Hero stuff.
Yeah.
A couple things. And I feel like there's another one, but I can't quite remember right now. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've got in the vault right now that I'm trying to get done and finished.
That's so how far through are you on these tracks? Like, I mean, I'm assuming the process is it's like you'll come up with the idea, then you'll like come up with the lyrics, or do you find the beat before or after you come up with the lyrics?
I find the beat before, because once I've come up with the idea, I try and get like something that like has a feel for what I'm trying to represent with this track.
Yeah.
So like for Bakugo one, for example, it was kind of like big, explosive, like hardcore, just pumping. But for something like my Aqua song, it was a bit more like vibey, a
Yeah.
bit memey, a bit goofy. And then once I find like the beat that I think suits the vibe, then I write the I write the hook, the verses, and just yeah.
Okay, you. Where do you find the beats?
Uh, I either find them like on YouTube, or I would like talk to different producers that I've found like over time,
Mm.
and be like, hey, do you think you can make this kind of beat, or like do you have this kind of beat that you've already made? And then yeah, it's either one of those two routes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So when it comes to like the future, when it comes to the future, what's your plan for that? Are you wanting to go down like the rap route 100%?
Uh, I would like to, but I think I would probably eventually want to be like a more general content creator as
Yeah.
well. So rapping will probably be my main thing, but like obviously I do want to do like other content, collaborate and reach out to like other types of like YouTubers in general and do
Mm.
stuff, so that it's like, oh, this guy makes a lot of cool rap music, but he also does like cool discussion videos, and he also does cool gaming streams and
Yeah.
just stuff like that.
Would that be on so like for instance how you got it's Breeton? Would that be like
Yeah.
would you be separating the content between them still, or would you want to get to a point where you can have all the content on one?
I probably continue to separate them, kind of in a way that like KSI does. Like
Yeah.
with his two channels, he has his like main one, which became his music channel, and then he made his second one into like almost like his main one for like doing Reddit videos and all that. That's kind of like the direction I want to go down eventually.
I get you. So out of curiosity, like what's stopping you from doing that now?
Right now it's just time.
Yeah.
Because I'm at university as well. I've got the university course to like worry about. So I'm just trying to focus on the music for now. And then if I do find some time in between, I do like try and do some other content. But it's just reaction videos on there right now because they're like the quickest ones that I can like make.
Yeah.
It's just listen to the song, record my reaction, talk about how I feel about the song, and then
Okay.
I can just like upload it with like not too much like extra effort on top of the music and other stuff.
What are you studying in uni?
I'm doing pharmacy.
Yo. So is that do you want to go down that route, or is YouTube is that the full-time aspiration now?
Uh, YouTube is hopefully the full-time aspiration. I'll see how far I can get with that,
Yeah.
like while I'm doing the course.
Okay.
But of
Yeah.
course, I've got to have the course, like, just in case all else fails.
No, I
I need
completely
something.
get that.
Yeah.
What? So like you're growing like at a really good rate right now on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Like you're growing like really good. How has that like affected like just like day-to-day life?
It hasn't, not too much.
Yeah.
Right now, I would say that uh, it's definitely like been more interesting. And it's helped me to like find like new people
Yeah.
and like talk to people I probably wouldn't have had the like opportunity to like otherwise. But like not too much like probably like in real life. Like I haven't like encountered any fans yet or
Yeah.
anything like that. But it's really cool just to have like a bigger reach. And there was something I wanted to say, but I forgot.
It's all
But
right. It's absolutely all right.
yeah, but yeah, it's definitely the growth rate being like so big is definitely like made me consider like taking the music more seriously,
Yeah.
because originally it was just kind of, I was just doing it like for fun as like a hobby, but now I'm kind of like getting something out of it. It's like I could potentially like make this like a thing.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, so the growth rate has definitely made me like take it more seriously too.
Will we get a Breeton Boi tour? When's the Breeton Boi tour?
Man, I don't know what I need to do for that, but I would love to do that. I know Rustage, Schwabity, Conquest, and Shout Do are
Yeah,
all doing like they're doing like a mini tour going around. Well, not even mini, they're going around like the UK.
that's so sick. Would
Yeah,
that be like a dream of yours to do something like that?
yeah, that would definitely be dope. I'd love to be on stage, like, cause I've done like little like performances and stuff before, like at my school, but like it'll definitely be like a different vibe when the people like come in, like they already know your music and like they're
Yeah,
here to see you like get hype, and I'll definitely love to be like in that environment.
I love that. So you were saying that you released "I'm Back," which is like a much more you were saying a much more general song.
Yeah.
Um, do you want to like make kind of between the anime nerdcore stuff, throw in some more general songs along with that?
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely what I want to do.
Yeah,
And I feel like that's usually like kind of the direction I go with my albums. I try and like so I do like the anime like heavy stuff weekly, and then eventually when I drop an album, it's more like there'll be some anime stuff in here, but overall it's more like generalized so I can push it more to like a wider like audience
yeah,
and out like outside of the niche and be like, hey, maybe you don't like my weekly anime stuff because you don't understand like the anime stuff,
hmm.
but you might like these songs that are more like inspired and have some references, but overall it's like you can just like listen to this anywhere basically.
Yeah. Have you been working on like? Are you currently working on another album?
Yes.
Oh, can we get any
I'm
deets?
I'm trying to work on Spoiler Alert Volume 2.
Okay.
Uh I'm trying to hopefully make it bigger and better than the last one.
Yeah.
Uh I have a couple songs pretty much done already, but I still have a lot of work to get through.
Yeah.
So I don't know when it'll be. I don't have a release date in mind currently, but maybe sometime like late September, early October.
Oh wow, that's actually like that's close.
Yeah, that's like that time I'm aiming for, but it might not be. It might be later than that.
How
But
many
we'll just
how many songs?
uh probably around 12.
Okay.
Yeah, so a little less than the last one, but I think I had some like I think I had a bit of padding on the last one. I think there was some songs I could have taken off
Hmm.
probably, but this one I want it to be like every song is a banger.
I get you.
Yeah, and like I tend to experiment a little bit more on the albums. Just kind of like try some styles that I might not have done that much before. Try and give like a different experience. So it's definitely going to be a fun time.
I'm excited. I'm actually really excited. So for Senpai Got Drip, the Aqua song,
Yeah,
which is incredible name by the way. Um, you started like you did some singing.
yeah.
Is that something that you're like planning on incorporating more and more into music?
Uh, it is kind of a little bit like I still want to try and get a bit better at, like my singing, but I do want to do some like singing tracks and try and like incorporate more melody. It gives just opens like more doors for like what type of music I can make if
Yeah,
I can do that kind of thing. So on that one I kind of threw it in there to like kind of throw people off because people wouldn't like expect that from me and
yeah.
just kind of see, and the response was like pretty positive, so
Yo,
I'll probably work to include that in maybe a couple more tracks.
I love that. Like, what? So, I guess it'll. Will there ever be like a Breeton song that is just singing? Or will it always be like, rap mostly?
Hmm, I don't know. We'll have to see. Currently, I'll probably say, probably it would be like for a hook, singing for a hook or something. I probably
Yeah,
wouldn't sing a whole song, but who knows? Maybe further down the line, once I like become more confident in my singing, there might be like a full song.
I get you. Yo, what if the Inazuma 11 song? Hear me out. Is that's the one where you just go full on with the singing, heavy metal.
That would be crazy.
Just something nothing expects. So then they've got to watch it because it's like you changing the game.
True, true, true. I have no idea how I would do that though.
I'm sure you could find a way. You know, who wouldn't love to like Mark Evans just absolutely like screaming at the top of his lungs.
Screaming at him. Oh, that would be funny. That would be like such a surprise. No one would expect that.
If there was like a song you could like, regardless of having to think about, I don't know how much you do think about like this ahead of time, without having to think about like potential view count or like people knowing the anime in the slightest. And obviously, I think the immediate answer would be Inazuma 11. But if we take that out of the equation, what would be like one like anime or franchise that you would love to do a song on, like just completely ignoring like how it would do stats views wise or anything?
I'm not sure. There's so many.
Yeah.
Like obviously Inazuma 11 is my obvious answer. Aside from that one,
what do I like?
It's hard because I like so much of the stuff that would probably do well already. But like I guess like Full Metal Alchemist is probably one.
Okay.
Because like I love that show, and like I've made a Full Metal Alchemist rap before. I guess Great Pretender is another one. Pretender is another one. Because I've found out about that show on Netflix and I watched it and like I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it does that well, like because I don't think that many people have watched it, like as a wider audience. But I'd definitely like to make a song on that, and I probably will at some point.
That's exciting. So why do you say Fullmetal Alchemist? Because for me, as someone who is getting into anime, it feels like that would be the kind of thing where it's like that would be a really big one.
It is. I feel like it is, but I feel like it depends because like based on like what I've seen other people's like Full Metal Alchemist songs do, it's kind of like sometimes it can do really well, but sometimes like people might not like check it out. And I think it's because like even though it's like regarded as like one of the best anime, it's not like, I wouldn't say it's like super accessible. It's pretty accessible, but like compared to stuff like My Hero, Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, Dragon Ball, all the ones that kind of like in your face there, it's kind of one that's more like a little bit back. It's like you go watch a couple anime and kind of get what anime is, and then you can go into like a Full Metal Alchemist or something like that.
I get you. That's weird. I never really thought of it like it's, I guess, something that isn't very. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's I guess it's quite. Yeah, it's I guess it's hard to describe, but like it is definitely not quite as accessible. It's something like, because like my sister's my little sister's just getting into anime now, and like the first thing she watched was Attack on Titan, which is weird because I feel like you wouldn't assume Attack on Titan to be like a super accessible one. But I feel like that's like the one I hear the most from people who have never seen anime before.
Yeah, I think that comes in because like there's a lot of people that have an image of like, oh, anime is kind of like childish or kind of like cartoony and stuff, and then they see something like Attack on Titan, they're like, whoa, this doesn't look like cartoony and childish. Maybe I should like watch this one.
Yeah, completely. How did you get into anime?
I got into anime just like ages ago, like probably like early YouTube when like there was like no copyright system in place pretty much, and there was just like 4 episodes of anime on YouTube.
Yeah.
I would just like come across like different like clips and stuff of Dragon Ball, and then eventually I just got into watching that, and then it was also on TV like every week. So I was kind of like, oh, Dragon Ball seems cool. I really like Dragon Ball. Played a bunch of like Dragon Ball Flash games, then eventually got into like Naruto and like other stuff. And I was kind of like, I guess I like this. I guess I like anime. And then obviously, eventually finding out like stuff like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that was also anime. So it's kind of like just going through that and then eventually finding more shows and also meeting other people that are already into anime and they're like, hey, you should check this out.
Yeah.
And then just that's kind of how I like got into it pretty much.
So Dragon Ball was like the thing that like that was the first one for you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Dragon Ball Z specifically, but yeah,
Did you
that's
end up
probably
like keeping up with Dragon Ball like? Because I think it's what Super in GT.
yeah GT and then Super.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I've kept up with it. Well, I'm not as much of a fan of it as I was like previously,
Yeah.
just
I,
because like as you get older, you kind of see the quality and like you find better and better anime.
yeah.
Obviously, it's very iconic, and there's a lot of nostalgia that I have for that series. But like
Is
now,
Super
it's kind
good?
of like,
Is Super in GT? Because I feel like you hear Dragon Ball Z is like this massive titan of anime.
mm,
Um, maybe not like you were saying, like not quite in quality, but like in terms of like pure like iconography. But
yeah,
like when it comes to like Super and GT, like I literally until about 5 minutes ago, I didn't even realize they were separate shows.
yeah.
So like,
It's just
is there still like are they good?
not really. People don't really like GT.
Okay.
I think it does get overhated a bit, but people are not fans of GT, and technically GT is not canon because Akira Toriyama didn't do that much like work on it.
Okay.
So, but Super is canon, and Super is a weird one. It's not like I feel like it kind of falls in like the same kind of issues as Dragon Ball and as Dragon Ball Z, and they retconned a lot of stuff too,
Ah.
which didn't quite make sense. But like it does have its good moments, and obviously the Dragon Ball Super movie, the Broly movie, is like incredible.
Okay.
So it's like it's very up and down
Yeah.
in quality. But
Have you made a Dragon Ball rap?
uh yes, I did. It was like more of a meme kind of one. It was the I made the drip Goku rap.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that. That was I think the first
yeah.
rap I saw by you. Um,
Oh,
I
snap.
still go back and listen to it. I think it's really really good. I don't know how I forgot about it. I guess it's called Drip Goku.
Yeah,
So it's like the last. I guess it's not quite what you would expect. Um,
yeah.
would there ever be like the inclination to go back and make another one?
Uh, Probably. I'll probably make another like Dragon Ball rap,
Yeah.
but I don't know because I don't consume that much Dragon Ball content now, so there's less chance for me to get like inspired to be like, okay, I'm gonna make a song about Dragon Ball now.
Yeah.
But like, I probably will. Because like there are some characters I really like from Dragon Ball, like Gohan and like Piccolo,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of characters and there's a lot of things that I can draw from that. So there'll probably be more Dragon Ball rap soon.
I love that. I love that. It's like, what kind of games are you into? Out of curiosity.
Uh, so currently, I actually I don't really play as many games as like I used to. Well, I haven't really played like that many games overall
Yeah.
because like I've never really had like that much money to like go out and buy games.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of the Sonic franchise,
Okay.
despite how like up and down a lot of the games are. I do still have fun playing them. Like like the original Sonic trilogy, Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Sonic Mania, Sonic Generations I really like. But I'm also a fan of like Danganronpa. Danganronpa is a series of mine I like a lot.
Yeah.
Um um Obviously some Mario games like Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. I have a lot of fun playing those games. Obviously the Inazuma 11 games, I revisit them a lot. Uh I used to play them a lot more when I had my 2DS,
Yeah.
but unfortunately my little brother broke it, so
What
I've
the
just been
hell?
playing. Yeah, it was messed up, man. But but I've been playing like a little bit on emulator.
Yeah.
Uh, so I have fun doing that. Uh, Among Us is another one. Like especially during the hype season, I was like really in there playing a lot of Among Us. And I still play every now and then, but the memes are there's so many memes. It puts me off a little bit. I'm like, that.
I don't think I could ever get into it because of the fact that every time I was playing, it's like imposter, Among Us, and
Among Us, Sussy Baku. I'm just like, no.
It does just put you off it like completely, which is
a little bit.
Out of curiosity, what do you think about Sonic Forces?
Sonic Forces is not a good game. It's unfortunate because like you see, it's the same thing. It's the Sonic cycle over and over again.
Yeah.
You see the trailers, you're like, wow, wait, this could be like a good Sonic game. They show you a bit of gameplay, you're like, okay, this is cool, this is cool. And then the game comes out and you're like, oh, there's classic Sonic in this game. He didn't need to be in this. The controls are a little bit janky. The levels are like less than 2 minutes each. And it's just kind of an underwhelming experience. And it's like, they could have done more.
Yeah.
But it happens every time at this point, but we keep going back, just hoping.
Have you played 06?
I haven't played 06, but I've seen like so many gameplay videos and stuff of it. And like
there's like multiple Twitch streams right there.
I could actually, yeah. If I get it on my laptop.
But, like, because I feel like 06 is a game which I feel like at this point people are playing out of nothing but like morbid curiosity.
Yeah.
Like just to see exactly how bad it is.
How bad it is, yeah. It's literally an unfinished game. That's literally what it is.
Is it actually like unfinished?
Pretty much. Like the story and like game and everything is like finished, but like there's so many bugs and glitches that like you would think like after playtesting it you'd be like, oh well, no, we need to fix this, but like just no, a lot of mechanics that just don't work. And it's like, did you not test this game at all? It's really weird. I don't know how it came to be. I guess it was rushed a lot, but like,
and it's the
like
one
to be that bad.
It's the one where Sonic shags a lady in it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Like,
he kisses her.
He gets his he gets his dick wet, right?
Pretty much. Yeah. Oh.
I mean, it's iconic.
It is iconic. It is iconic.
It spawned probably a lot of interesting DeviantArt.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that game is a game.
Well, I feel like Sonic Forces, because that has like OCs, doesn't it? Like you play as like your custom character.
No, not in Sonic 06.
That's
in Sonic Forces.
Yeah, Sonic Forces.
Yeah.
That feels like it's opening the door to the like, because I feel like Sonic knows what it's doing. Like it had 06 to create the like DeviantArt like people. Then it's like leading them back in with Forces,
no.
letting them work their magic.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But like it could have been really cool though, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It could have been like super like dope. Like playing as your own like original character. Because like you have that in any game, it's always like a positive point.
Yeah.
But it's just like when there's so many issues with the game, it's just like, bruh, like it's not enough.
Have you played Sonic Boom?
No, I've played the demo. But
that's another thing right there. That's a game everyone loves.
Sonic Boom. I saw what I needed to see. It's like they tried to, I don't know. Like at first there was the issue of the redesigns, and I personally didn't have a problem with the redesigns. I thought they were pretty cool. Like even Swole Knuckles, I was like, it kind of works. But a lot of people like hated the redesigns, and then to have like the game like just not work, like it's almost as bad as Sonic 06. Literally, it's so bad that like you could be playing single player, and like if you add a second player in, like the whole quality, like visual quality of the game just goes down. And I don't know why. Like why does that happen? That's not meant to happen. And then
how do they keep doing this?
I don't know. And there's like some infinite jump glitch that you can do with Knuckles, and like you can just go like into the sky, and it's like, why?
It's like I've seen like clips of like people just literally just running like as Sonic and then just falling through the ground.
Oh yeah, that definitely happens.
Just as they're just going, like, how do you just leave that in?
I don't know. I guess people don't actually be playtesting this game. They give them and they're like, hey, can you try this game? And they're like, okay. And then they forget. And then they just be like, oh, yeah, it was good. It was good. It's just like, man.
I feel like they like code it like blindfolded? Like
I guess, I don't know.
They do like fun little challenges so you can like throw in the most glitches. It just has some just fall through the ground as you're running. So I guess the question is, where's the Sonic 06 rap?
Never. It's not happening. I made one bar by it in my song that I made a while ago called Last Resort. Yeah. That's all I need. That's all I needed to do to address that.
Getting your dick wet with
to bring him back to life because he was dead, and it's just a mess. It's just a mess.
That's such a the person who wrote that. I really hope that they're having a good career right now.
I would like to see what they're up to. There's a lot of the Sonic series has a lot of weird writing. Just overall,
was like they didn't the first 3 games, like there wasn't really much going on there like in terms of story. Then they decided let's really make an interesting Sonic story, and then we had porn, we had werewolf,
yeah.
Sonic is King Arthur.
Oh yeah. I actually think those games are. I actually think they're okay. I know a lot of people don't like the storybook games. I feel like it's an interesting concept. I wish they would have done a few more.
It's Secret Rings, right? And the Black
Secret
Knight.
Rings and Black Knight, yeah.
Okay. I think I played Secret Rings like on the Wii. I remember that. I can't remember if I got through it. And then there's Lost World, which is like the one with the like lots of different villains that.
Oh yeah, Lost World is basically the Super Mario Galaxy of Sonic.
In a good way?
Not really. It's more of just like hey, we have a game where we have separate planets, little like space things, and you jump from like the one to each other. Yeah, we could do that too.
Well, the thing is, I thought that would apply better. Like Mario, I felt that just applies better to. Like with Sonic, where like it feels like generally you should be like running. Just kind of on like a single surface, basically, with like jumps and that in between.
Yeah, that's
planets?
ideal.
Why planets?
I don't know. Like it could have worked as well, but then they also decided to do like a major gameplay shift, which they always seem to do like almost every game apparently. It's like, hey, let's add a little gimmick. We're gonna do parkour, which was a cool idea.
Yeah.
But we're also gonna like make him like much slower, and we're gonna like make the level design kind of boring, so a lot of the time you're just running on boosters anyway in a straight line. So it's like what are we doing here?
Why would you like make I feel like they got it right with like Sonic, and like I feel like Sonic Mania proves that like they had a good formula,
and
then they like just keep changing it. And it just surprisingly doesn't work too well for them.
I don't know, cause like I feel like with Sonic Generations, I feel like for the like modern Sonic levels, I feel like they had it like almost pretty much perfect.
Yeah,
like just the right level of like 3D sections where you're speeding around, good level design. They basically had it for me there, and then. They make Lost World and they're like, we're gonna get rid of all that and we're just gonna give you this instead. And it's like, well, why would you do that? You could have just like taken this formula and just carried on doing that and make the level design even better. But like, no, they just changed it. And then with Forces, they tried to bring it back, but they also added like a bunch of like other stuff. Like they brought Classic Sonic again, and it's like
Yeah.
we don't really need him in this one. You already have like Sonic Mania for the classic fans. You don't need to throw him in this game as well.
We feel like definitely a bit of a case of like trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Of like saying, oh well, they liked classic Sonic in Generations, so he can be there again.
Yeah, it's just they try and do too much when if they just keep it simple.
Yeah.
It usually like works well. That's why the classic Sonic games work so well, because they're pretty much simple. Like it's basically, oh, evil body Eggman is here and you need to go defeat him.
Yeah.
And just like run through these levels. Cool level design, keeps the momentum going. A little bit of a change like in each like level to give you a new challenge. But it's not like, oh well, now in this classic Sonic game, you have to like get power-ups to like fly over to like jump on these enemies, and then you go invisible, and it's like why are you adding all of this? We don't need this.
So what's your all-time favorite Sonic game?
Probably Sonic Generations.
Okay.
Yeah, I just feel like that perfectly encapsulated like the modern Sonic gameplay I like to see.
Yeah.
And all the levels have so much replay value because there's like a bunch of like alternate routes you can take through levels too. And I feel like it just adds a lot to the replay value. Like being able to go back and like be like, oh, I saw that way like on my first run. Maybe I can try go there and get a faster time. And also the remixes of all the stage levels are great. And the fact that after you complete the game, you can like change the level music to like pretty much any like Sonic song that's like ever been. Like that is really cool as well.
That's so sick.
And
did they bring back anything Sonic 06? Or did they
yes. They had a level from Sonic 06 and they actually made it good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo. Okay, that's worth it then. I can agree with you there. And that's like then that's fair enough. That can't be the best Sonic game. Like if they can polish that turd.
Yeah, literally.
So out of curiosity, do you have like any tips that you would give like any upcoming like music artists who are trying to come onto the YouTube scene?
I would say don't be afraid to release music.
Yeah.
If you're just starting off, like just work with what you have and like put out as much as you can and do what you can with what you have. Because like when I started off, I basically started off just using like Audacity, and like I would record the vocals on my phone and then I would transfer them to my computer and then line them up and do that. And if I did not start off doing that, I wouldn't have got to like where I am right now.
Yeah.
So, because I feel like a lot of people worry about like having the right equipment, and they're like, well, if I don't have this specific thing, I can't make my music.
Yeah.
And it's like the more you throw yourself out there and use what you have, you can get better with what you have until you're at a stage where you can get better equipment, or you can maybe meet someone who can give you a tip on how to like improve something. So it's just keep putting music out there, keep throwing stuff out there, and keep trying until you eventually get somewhere that you like.
It's awesome. Thank you so much, Breeton. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I really, really appreciate it.
Hey, anytime, man. Thank you for having me.
I'm going to give you the floor now to promote the hell out of yourself, promote whatever you want to promote.
Okay, so YouTube and Twitter, Breeton Boi, Instagram at Breeton Boi Official. I don't use it too much, but you can always go and follow. It would be great if you could stream my music on all platforms, so like YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, anywhere, Deezer, I don't know. And yeah, twitch.tv/Breeton Boi. I stream sometimes. And that's pretty much me, yeah.
all the links to all of the stuff he's just said, as much as I can physically remember, will be in the description down below. So make sure you guys go check that out. Absolutely, this guy is a fantastic artist. Halos is like a really strong contender for my favorite song of this year. Like straight up, like I adore that song. So I can't like you saw, I think I know you saw the tweets. But when like me and a few other YouTubers met up at an Airbnb, like every night we were blasting your music on the TV, as we were like eating dinner.
That's crazy.
It was a really fun experience. So thank you so much just for being a fantastic artist. It's very much appreciated by everyone.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you stream this podcast on Spotify and Google Music. Follow, subscribe, like, all that stuff on all platforms. Very much appreciated. And I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Goodbye.